Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the all-new Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Before getting into this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Mailer, Toyota here in Murray, Utah, for giving me some time with this RAV4. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Mitch. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that is paired to an eCVT and a hybrid system. Total system output 219 horsepower, with fuel economy being 41 around town and then 38 on the highway. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, first off, I love this color, and then you guys can see it's kind of flat there in the center and then raised on either side. Popping down below, notice the Toyota logo has some blue accenting to signify this is a hybrid. You've got the cool LED daytime running lights, pretty bright headlights actually. Got some fog light action down below that, and then notice the metallic gray trim for the grille. You also have parking sensors on the front end. And putting it all together, I do think that this is a pretty cool looking vehicle. Now coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 225, 60, 18 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then notice with the coloration on the wheels, kind of matches the grille, kind of has that metallic gray look, which again, it's pretty cool. We've got these pretty boxy looking fender flares here. Notice the bodywork all along the side, got your all-wheel drive badge there on the side. Chrome trim on the door handles and around the windows as well. And then taking a look at the full side profile here of the RAV4 Hybrid, I think that between the chrome accenting and the gray wheels, it's pretty cool. Now here's a key fob for the RAV4 Hybrid. You guys can see we've got the RAV4 logo there on the back. We have our unlock function, our lock function, and then the opening here for the hatch. Now when it comes to the cargo area of the RAV4, it's actually extremely practical. So first off, you guys can see we've got the cargo cover here in the back and plenty of storage space behind the second row. Now if I actually pick up this strap, we've got a spare tire just underneath, and then you can fold down the second row for even more storage space. When you're all done with the rear, just press this button right here and that will lower the hatch right back down. Now I do like the style of taillights here on the new RAV4. I think they look pretty cool. And then we have all of our badges here. Notice again the blue accenting to signify it is a hybrid. Parking sensors here on the back, and then we actually have dual exhaust tips here to make it look a little bit sportier. And then here is the rest of the rear of this RAV4 Hybrid. Now popping over to the door panel, notice we've got really nice padding here with the stitching. It goes all the way down. Heated seats here for the rear passengers. You got your window control, and then look at the speaker there for the sound system. That is pretty neat looking. Now taking a look at the seats, notice the stitching, and then it is perforated here in the center, and then you guys can see the stitching. It goes across, and then there you go. Legroom in the back of the RAV4 is fantastic, and notice that they get a storage pocket. I do not. We've got some vents here in the center, and then USBs. And then headroom is also solid back here. And yes, this does have a cup holder armrest. With the front door panel, again, you've got that nice stitching and you see the padding all over. All of our window controls here, you've got your door lock and unlock with the mirror adjustments. This also does come with memory seat functionality, blind spot monitoring in the mirror as well. Now with the front seat, again, look at the stitching perforated all down the center of the seat. And then we do have our power adjustments here on the side. Look at that RAV4 logo. Now I've got some storage right here. You can see the stitching just up above, and then that's for your heated steering wheel control. That is for the hatch. You got some light controls as well, and then the steering wheel is manually adjustable. Nice soft touch trim all around the steering wheel. We've got the stitching there on the center portion, which matches. This does come with adaptive cruise control as well as lane keep assist, and then you've got your volume voice command controls on the other side, controls for the center stack as well. Turn signal light stock, windshield wiper stock. Now we have this full digital gauge cluster here with the RAV4. Notice we're in the EV mode right now. That's why it says EV right there. I don't know why it keeps telling me with the parking assist that's unavailable, but you've got like your hybrid information on the one side, and you can see the speed there on the other side. Now, aside from the information we see front and center, I can actually scroll through some different menus to see different bits of info. Sorry about the glare here. It's kind of hard to see, but you guys get the point. You can just scroll through general vehicle information, just like most other modern cars. And then we do have some drive modes, and this is pretty cool. You get this like whole animation with the drive mode itself. It does take a second for the whole thing to load up, but I don't know, I think that it kind of makes it feel a little bit more special because it's like, boom, RAV4 right there in the center. Now we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and resolution is actually pretty solid on this. Now as for the rest of the infotainment system, it has a shortcut bar here on the side, and this is just Toyota's newer unit they're putting in all of their vehicles. So if you've seen my other recent Toyota reviews, then you're probably pretty familiar with this system. I've lived with it a couple times because I've had Toyota demos, and you know, I like it overall. The only thing that I complain about is there's only a volume control, there isn't a tuner control. Notice the nice padding and stitching here on the dash, and you have a little bit of storage just above the glove box, which is pretty cool. And then we do have our dual zone climate controls here for the RAV4, and then this also has heated and ventilated seats, and then you got your stability control button there, which is pretty chunky. And then this is kind of like our little charging area, and this is what's above the glove box if you guys are wondering in terms of the trim that holds the stuff in place. Now here's our shifter for that eCVT. It does have a manual shift function. You've got your auto hold, your parking brake, you have a trail mode as well, and then you guys see we've got a normal mode, an eco, and a sport. And the thing's cool is when you put it in the different drive modes, I don't know if you guys can see, the dial actually changes coloration, and then your EV mode as well. A couple of cup holders, and then here's the center console. You got this material everywhere, which is cool. USBs inside of there. Look at the nice padding on top, and then nice glove box. So up top, we do have a sunglass holder here, and then we've got a normal sunroof. There's quite a bit of glare, so it's going to be hard to see, but 2023 RAV4 Hybrid, this is the Limited, if you guys are wondering in terms of the packaging. Almost everything's standard equipment with the Limited. Base MSRP is $38,530. There are some options like a limited grade weather package this has that gives you like the heated steering wheel, for example. And I guess this is a special color too. After all options, $41,414 is the total MSRP. And, well, we're going to take it back to its parking space. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both of the mirrors just do have blind spot monitoring. And then throughout the rest of the rear. And we're just going to set right off. And I guess we'll take the long way to get this back to its parking space through the lot. If you guys don't know, Toyota is still struggling to keep up with demand right now, and so, you know, even if a car is not pre-sold at the Toyota dealership, it still might be the only car that store has, and so it's not worth driving on the road because you never know what people are going to do, right? And it looks like they're redoing something here in their lot, so maybe I'm going to get stuck and have to turn around again. What the heck? If you guys know what this looks like, something with the sewer. That's what that looks like. Anyways, let's actually talk about the vehicle. So right now it is using a little bit of gas, right? It's not in the full EV mode. It probably doesn't have EV mode unavailable. But what I can tell you is I really like the hybrid RAV4 just because it's really smooth with the powertrain. Again, the eCVT is generally better than most, you know, regular CVTs, especially when it comes to reliability, right? That's a big thing. But yeah, just how it performs, it feels really good. Now the big thing about the RAV4 is that basically on the low, and actually, you know, I can just show this to you guys right here. So we'll use this as our little racetrack lane because nobody really drives down this road. So you guys can see that power initially is good, and then it kind of, you know, after like the first 20 miles an hour, it kind of starts to taper off a little bit, but it's solid overall. So yeah, that'll be perfect. We'll just use that little road. That'll help out for these videos. But anyways, my overall thoughts on the RAV4 Hybrid, and yes, I will be reviewing that Prime. So if you aren't subscribed, subscribe so you can see my Prime review. I like it a lot. I think it's an economical SUV, and you know, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Just don't get this with the assumption that it's going to be like sporty driving. Like it's still a hybrid, you know, 4-cylinder with, even though it's an eCVT, it's still a CVT. Let me know what you guys think about this package, but I think, you know, in terms of being a hybrid vehicle, pretty solid. And you know, compared to Honda CR-V, you know, it's about the same price. Yeah, that's actually a tough comparison. Maybe I'll have to put together a comparison video. But anyways, that's all. That's gonna sum things up for a video on this Toyota RAV4 Limited Hybrid. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larch Miller Toyota here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this RAV4. Check out the inventory in the description down below. Ask for Mitch if you have any questions. I'll see you.